Health Spotlight, presented by Community Health Network.
In your Health Spotlight, a new test that may be able to tell who will be diagnosed with Alzheimer's in your family. It may also help scientists find ways to stop its deadly progression.
News 8's Lena Pringle has the story.
And more than 6 million Americans have Alzheimer's, and 500,000 more will be diagnosed this year. But thousands of these cases go undiagnosed each year because changes in the brain can start at least 10 years or more before symptoms appear. And now researchers are working on new ways to detect this disease earlier. Retirement was a never-ending adventure for John and Lynn Struckoff.
We bought a fifth wheel and traveled the country.
The two have been on this journey for 5 decades.
We met, I was 16, she was 14, and we've been together ever since.
They were on the road when John started seeing his wife slowly change. After several cognitive tests, doctors believed it was Alzheimer's.
Based on that, I said, well, how do we know for sure? They said, well, the only way we really know is an autopsy, and that's not a practical thing right now.
John enrolled Lynn in a clinical trial that tests a person's blood for changes in the brain. It measures the amount of amyloid beta proteins called A beta 42 and A beta 40 in the blood. The less A beta 42, the more likely you are to have Alzheimer's.
The A beta 42 is getting stuck in the plaque, so it's not ending up in the spinal fluid or in the blood.
When combined with genetic risk factors, the test is up to 93% accurate in identifying people at risk of Alzheimer's disease. And an earlier diagnosis could lead to new treatments to stop the progression.
That's what we're aiming for, that you'll get these tests and then get treated before you ever get symptoms.
That's not an option for Lynn, but the tests did give John peace of mind.
She and I have been on a journey for 50 some odd years. And for whatever reason, she's going on her own journey, and I can't come along.
The only other ways to test for Alzheimer's are very costly. PET scans are the gold standard and cost up to $7,000 per scan and usually aren't covered by insurance. A spinal tap costs $1,000 to $2,000. The Washington University test is called Presentivity Ad, and it's available for use by doctors, but it isn't covered by most health insurance. The blood test costs about $1,200 per patient. I'm Lena Pringle for Wish TV, wishtv.com, and like us on Facebook.